Imagine a place where the sun doesn't just rise in the morning and set in the evening. Instead, it stays in the sky all day and all night. That sounds like something out of a fantasy novel, right? Well, it's real, and it's called the midnight sun. Welcome to Open Atlas, your passport to the world's most fascinating natural phenomena and unique places. In today's episode, we are heading to the Arctic Circle and beyond to uncover the mystery of the midnight sun. What causes this phenomena? Where can you experience it? And what's it like to live in a place where the sun doesn't set for months? Stick around because we are diving deep into the land of endless daylight. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more incredible stories from around the globe. Ready? Let's go. So, what exactly is the midnight sun? The midnight sun is a natural phenomena that occurs in regions near the Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere and the Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere. During the summer months, the tilt of Earth's axis causes the sun to remain visible for 24 hours a day, or even longer in some locations. This means that in places like Norway, Alaska, and parts of Canada, the sun doesn't dip below the horizon for weeks or even months at a time. It's daytime all the time, even at midnight. Cool fact. The opposite of the midnight sun is called the polar night, when the sun doesn't rise above the horizon for an extended period during winter. But that's a story for another video. Now, you're probably wondering, where can I experience this? Let's take a tour of the midnight sun's most famous destinations. Starting with number 1, Norway, the land of the midnight sun. Norway, especially its northern regions like Tromsø and Svalbard, is one of the best places to witness the midnight sun. In Svalbard, the sun doesn't set for a whopping 4 months, from late April to late August. Imagine that. Then there's number 2, Iceland. Iceland's long summer days mean that even though it's technically outside the Arctic Circle, you can still experience the midnight sun, especially around the summer solstice in June. Tourists often take advantage of this by hiking or exploring glaciers at midnight. Then there's number 3, Alaska in the USA. Parts of Alaska, including Barrow, or now known as Utqiagvik, experience continuous daylight for around 80 days. Fun fact, in Fairbanks, they even celebrate with the midnight sun baseball game, played without artificial lights. Then there's number 4, Canada. In the northern territories like Yukon and Nunavut, you'll find endless daylight during the summer months. It is a great time to experience Canada's stunning wilderness. And then there's number 5, Lapland, which is Finland and Sweden. In Lapland, the midnight sun bathes the Arctic tundra in golden light. Locals and visitors use this time to fish, hike, and even swim in icy waters under the sunlit night sky. Now, to understand the midnight sun, we need a quick astronomy lesson. The Earth's axis is tilted at about 23.5 degrees. This tilt is what gives us the seasons. During the summer in the northern hemisphere, the North Pole is tilted toward the sun. This means that areas within the Arctic Circle receive constant sunlight because the sun doesn't dip far enough below the horizon to set. The farther north you go, the longer the sun stays above the horizon. At the North Pole itself, the sun is visible for 6 straight months during the summer. The same thing happens in the southern hemisphere, but their midnight sun occurs during our winter months, from November to January, in places like Antarctica. Cool fact, by the way. While the midnight sun creates perpetual daylight, the sun doesn't just sit still in the sky. It actually moves in a slow circle, rising higher at midday and then dipping lower toward the horizon at midnight. Living in a place with 24-hour daylight sounds incredible, but it does come with some unique challenges and perks. So let's start with the perks. Longer days means more time for outdoor activities. Locals take advantage of the midnight sun to fish, hike, and host festivals. The constant sunlight can boost your mood and energy levels, making it the perfect time for productivity. And then there's the challenges. The lack of darkness can make it hard to sleep. Many residents rely on blackout curtains or sleep masks in order to block out the light. It can also throw off your internal clock. Without the natural cues of sunrise and sunset, your body's circadian rhythm might get confused. Fun fact: despite the challenges, people in the Arctic regions have adapted to the midnight sun over generations, creating unique cultural traditions to celebrate this phenomena. Speaking of traditions, the midnight sun isn't just a natural phenomena, it's a cause for celebration. Here are some ways that people mark the endless daylight. Starting with number 1, the Midnight Sun Marathon in Norway. Tromsø hosts a marathon under the midnight sun every June. It is a surreal experience to run a race at midnight with the sun shining bright. Then there's number 2, the Midsummer Festivals in Scandinavia. In Sweden, Finland, and Norway, midsummer is one of the biggest celebrations of the year. People gather to dance, sing, and enjoy feasts under the endless daylight. Then there's number 3, the Midnight Sun Baseball Game in Alaska. In Fairbanks, Alaska, the Midnight Sun Game has been a tradition ever since 1906. The game starts at 10:30 p.m. and is played entirely in natural light. Then there's number 4, the Outdoor Adventures in Iceland. In Iceland, locals and tourists alike use the midnight sun to explore glaciers, waterfalls, and mountains well into the night. The midnight sun has inspired myths and legends in cultures around the Arctic. The Sami people. The indigenous Sami people of Lapland see the midnight sun as a time of renewal and celebration. It is believed to be a gift from the gods, bringing abundance and vitality to their reindeer herds. Norse mythology. In Norse mythology, the midnight sun was seen as a blessing from Sol, the sun goddess, who ensured life and light even in the darkest corners of the world. Modern mysticism. Today, some see the midnight sun as a spiritual experience, a time to connect with nature, reset your energy, and embrace the surreal beauty of endless daylight. Now, while the midnight sun attracts millions of tourists each year, it is also a reminder of the delicate balance of Earth's ecosystems. Starting with number 1, climate change. Rising temperatures are causing ice to melt faster in Arctic regions, which could disrupt the natural cycle of the midnight sun and polar night. But then there's number 2, tourism and conservation. While tourism provides an economic boost, it also places pressure on fragile ecosystems. Responsible tourism is key to preserving the beauty of the Arctic. The midnight sun is more than just a quirky natural phenomena. It is a symbol of Earth's incredible diversity and the beauty of our planet's rhythms. Whether you're hiking through the golden tundra of Lapland or watching the sun circle the horizon in Svalbard, the midnight sun is an unforgettable experience. If this has inspired you to visit one of these magical places, don't forget to let us know in the comments. And as always, like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more journeys with Open Atlas. Where should we explore next? Let us know.